So I'm going to read you a little extract of the book, from the book. And this is exactly what happens the morning after Priya has put the bangle on. So she's just put the bangle on and now she's woken up and suddenly everything's different. Priya yawned as she trudged down the stairs into the kitchen. "Morning, Priya, we're having eggs." Her dad beamed at her from the other side of the kitchen. "Poached or scrambled?" Priya's dad wasn't a very good cook, so she tried hard to think of what was best to eat. Poached? "Actually, poached it is," cried her dad. "You don't mind waking your sister for me, do you?" "Yes, I do mind." Priya's hand flew to her mouth. She hadn't meant to say that out loud. She was probably still half asleep. Sorry, I'll go wake her up." Priya trudged all the way back up the stairs to her sister's room. She didn't even look at the lump that was Pinky, curled up on the middle of the bed. Instead, she yanked the duvet off her sister's body. Pinky shrieked, sitting up in alarm. "What are you doing?" "We have to leave the house," said Priya, "and Dad's got eggs on." Pinky sighed and reluctantly stood up. "Why does he bother? We're not going to eat them anyway." "Because he wants to show us he loves us," said Priya without thinking. She shook her head. That was weird. She'd been going to say that she didn't know. Where had that come from? "Anyway," said Priya, trying hard not to think about how strange she was being this morning. "Can you just hurry up? I have to get to gymnastics." "Why are you so desperate to get to gymnastics anyway?" asked her sister. "Because I get to see Dan Zhang," said Priya. Oh no. She couldn't believe she just said that out loud. What was wrong with her? Her younger sister looked at her curiously. "Who's Dan Zhang?" "He's on my team," said Priya quickly, hoping she wouldn't say anything else weird. "He's really cute." Oh no! She ran out of the room before she could say anything else and raced downstairs. This was like being in a waking nightmare. Why did she keep saying the exact opposite of what she wanted to say? "Priya Shah," she told herself internally, "stop blurting out your every thought. Just do what you normally do and shut up. Otherwise, you're going to ruin everything." She walked into the kitchen and sat down at the table, ready to try again. "Eggs are ready," called her dad cheerfully. Priya warily examined the watery eggs seeping onto the charred toast. "I used vinegar to make sure I got a rounder egg," said her dad proudly, watching her gingerly cut into it. "Isn't it round?" "Yes," agreed Priya. It was undeniably round, but it was also the wrong consistency, and as she realised the second it touched her tongue, so vinegary it was impossible to eat. She swallowed anyway, trying not to gag. "Do you like it?" asked her dad hopefully. Priya smiled, ready to lie to her dad like she did every single time he tried and failed to cook her an edible meal. She opened her mouth to say yes. "No!" Priya gasped aloud. She'd done it again. "I'm sorry, I meant it's just a little undercooked." Her dad looked disappointed. "Okay, I'll just put the eggs back in for a minute then. They'll be all right then, won't they?" "No!" blurted out Priya. She tried to muster up all her strength to stop the rest of her sentence from coming out. She swallowed the words back, but she could feel them getting stronger. She tried one last time to keep her mouth clamped shut, but it didn't work. Her lips parted, and the words she really didn't want to say shot straight out of her mouth, right into her father's unsuspecting back. "They'll still be disgusting!" So that's it. That's the reading from The Girl Who Couldn't Lie. And now back to you, Mr. Dilling.